Okay, legends, welcome back to the channel with another Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade video. And this video we'll be talking about a specific guide for a mode. For some people asking me how can we challenge it, how we can finish it or tackle it. It's a little bit hard for them, but it's easy actually. The first thing that you need to know is the first stage. You don't need to play Gojo. If you have other characters that are built, other carries, some good teams that you can wipe or clear the first domain, that would be awesome. If you can't, you can always retreat and try again. This is what you need to do. So 2 enemies, we're not gonna play Gojo at the start, so we're gonna pick somebody else. Preferably I'm gonna switch him by my other carry. This is the carry that I have right now. It doesn't matter. You need your support to survive. You need your carry to do their job. Even if one died, your tank died, everybody else need to be the supports on your team. So I'm gonna play the best units that I have, and I'm gonna play their cards on them. So the cards that you lose on these characters, you cannot get them again. So I will not be playing this one because I use it on Gojo. I'm gonna play any other cards that will buff my characters, which are these. These are the good cards that I can have them. And we're gonna try to defeat this boss without even losing all my characters. If I lose all my characters, I can't do anything because I need Yaga for my Gojo. And of course, I have Inumaki as well, so that would help me. So I'm gonna go use my buffs at the start and try to actually deal some damage. So here we go. We're ready, we're set, we're buffing so we can get more meter, and hopefully we can tank with Panda a little bit for this round. So you see the damages are okay for the first round, which is good actually. And here we go. I'm not gonna tank. I'm gonna go and try to kill. And if we killed everybody and we succeeded, or we killed the first one, the second one will take damage. So we hit the first one, it's dead. The second one, we're taking damage. Great. And hopefully we can finish it out with this one now. So I'm gonna do this. The whole buffs are stacking up on my team. So we're gonna do our best to clear the first round. And we did clear the first round. Easy peasy. Now, if you get one hero, and of course you can always go back. So let me show you what I mean. If you don't know who you're gonna fight, you can go back always, but they will show you by the end of the screen. And always take the attack buff. So it will give you options. You're gonna have an assistance. Sometimes it gives you 10% attack, sometimes 20% attack if you're lucky. And here defensive buff, HP for allies. We don't care for any thing except the attack or buff and damage, and that's all that you need to know. So here we go. The area 2, we're gonna have one boss. We can use Gojo. Gojo here will accelerate. So we go to battle and we use our team. So I'm gonna swap her with him. So yep. And I'm gonna put Gojo in, and Gojo will get his cards or recollection bits. And the memory that I use basically on him is this one. We're gonna buff 2 buffs at the start, at least. Yeah, 2 buffs with the memories, also buffing him. And with the memory, we're gonna buff him, and we're gonna go and try to 2-shot or 1-shot the boss. But it will be a 2-shot actually. So we're gonna do this, a buff, and we're gonna use the skill without buffing Gojo and going exactly trying to defeat the boss, hitting him. And hopefully with 2 shots, we can take him down. Yes, and if we have our combo gauge full, we can actually defeat the boss later. So I'm gonna buff as well, do some attack. And I didn't buff at the start, which here, I think we can kill him right now. So here we go, and bam, all right, we're done. So we have his full combo, full ready. So if our next boss is a group of enemies that we want to defeat, we can go and use his ultimate immediately. And if we gonna go and hit the boss in the last level, it will be a solo boss, then we can kill him immediately. This is what you need to keep in mind, that we have a buff and 10%. I wish we get the 20% so I can show you how good it works. The 20%, it's easy, you can go and defeat it. And here we go, all of these mobs, we're gonna go and defeat them by Gojo with his ultimate. Of course, we're gonna buff him with everything that we have, and hopefully we have a full combo gauge for everybody else, so we can go to the boss and deal the most damages that we can. So we're not gonna hit anything. I'm gonna use this buff, and another buff, and we'll use with Gojo the ultimate technique. And this one will ultimate I love this recollection or memory, because when it applies 60% crit rate for 3 turns, which is Gojo will gonna crit with his ultimate, which is what we want. And here's a buff, an attack with Panda, and then an ultimate with Gojo, and that's it. This stage is cleared. We can go to the next stage. Now, of course, depending on how you build Gojo, of course, with what memories you have. If you don't have this memory, you can put a memory that will apply damage boost, not crit rate or crit boost. Why I'm using Gojo and I didn't use him in the starting of the stage? Because his passive of 7 turns is triggering. Every time you advance into a stage and use him, 1 turn will be deducted from him. And here we go, damage dealt is applied by 20%. Absolutely fantastic. This one will help us clear the stage. So we're at stage 4 now, and it's a 1 single target boss. We can go and use Gojo on this boss because we don't have any option. Our team cannot defeat that. You can put a fodder team, try to get him low on HP. I would love to do that, and I will show you that we will try and do it. So basically what will happen here, this boss, let's say you went into the fight and you're like, oh my god, no, I didn't want to use Gojo. You can simply go and click retreat of this battle by clicking the window and clicking retreat. Sets of all characters recollecting bits will be restored to the status before the battle, which means you don't lose any chances, you don't lose anything. And we can go and use any fodder team that you have to deal as much damage as possible. So what do we don't want to fight with this boss? Everybody I don't care about. My carry, I don't care about him. I can drop him. This carry, I can drop her. So I'm gonna put, instead of Gojo here, instead of you, I'm gonna put him. And we can remove you and add anybody else that we don't care about. Like we can put her. And our buffer, we can use anybody else. I don't want to use Megamin, and we can use Nobara because we don't care about them. So, and we have their cards, of course. We can put random cards on them. Use the cards that you are not using, such as this one, such as this one, and here, this one. We're not gonna use them. I don't care about them. We have no buffers. We're gonna go straight up for damages as much as possible. Use every single damage that we have to deal damage to the boss with this lineup. If it wipes and die, at least we drop him on HP a little bit. So we're gonna use the daggers. I'm gonna use the wolves. I will get the frog immediately and will not use the wolves. And here we're gonna get this buff. And we're gonna buff her. I think buffing her will be good because we're gonna go and deal a little bit of damage more on the next turn. Hopefully she will not die. I don't care if both of them, Megamin or Nobara, dies at the start. Yeah, you can see that it's not so much damage, but any type of damages that you'd add to the boss will be an addition to your other lineup when you go and fight. So we're gonna use this. How much does this do? Wait, let me check. So applies provoke it to the target enemy for 1 turn, applies physical technique damage, take and decrease by 1 turn. No, well, let's go and hit. I don't want to taunt, we want to deal damage, and here we go. You see? I know, and guard. So this, the cool thing about him, his jelly guards him when he uses it. I love this mechanic with him. Again, we're gonna deal damage. Let's get the wolves. Let's do poison. And let's go and hit again. And hopefully they will attack the wolves, or the boss will attack the jellyfish, which we don't care about. And the jellyfish, and it's guarded again. So we're dealing as much damage as possible right now. Amazing. Is this applying poison? Yes, poison. Poison is damage over time, which is absolutely fantastic. It means over time we're dealing damage and damage. And we don't care about the turns. We don't care about the team. We don't care about anybody. And here we go. Perfect. We still have an ultimate. I'm gonna save it because I want to use an ultimate to somebody else. Always use your recollection bits. And we have the doggos. Doggos will attack and deal damage. Let's use the poison first. And I can buff her because she can do a super combo or an ultimate by the end with him. So here we go. We buffed her. And hopefully he's gonna target the boss. We're gonna target the wolves or somebody else. He hit Nobara. We didn't take that much damage. Perfect. Now we can use this. And your ultimate. She's stunned. Okay. I shouldn't use his ultimate. Of course, I'm gonna use with Megamin the ultimate of her. And this is the good damage that we did. No, but she died. Okay, no matter. That's okay. We actually don't care if she died or not. We don't care for anybody dying on this team. And we can heal or we can deal this damage. I think she applies poison or something like that. No, to all enemies. And this one. Okay, perfect. Okay. This is the heal. I don't want to heal anybody. I want to just deal raw damage. The boss is almost at half HP. We can probably one-shot him with Gojo if we go and use Gojo. Thank you, Megaman, for... Megaman is helping. And Nobara died, which is not bad, actually, for her to survive as much as she did. And here we go. More damages to the boss. Hopefully, we can deal the maximum amount before everybody wipes. And here we go. We have a turn. The boss is buffing himself. We don't care. Wolfies will go. Our jellyfish. And another attack. Imagine with this, we almost, if I had levels on them, if I had a good carry, actually, other than Gojo, I could actually kill the boss, which is amazing for me. This is just unbelievable. And this is how it goes. And now we got stunned, which is fine. Okay. And the boss is just taunting and the stun is off. And we can use the skill. And hopefully we can do more damage. Good. And don't kill. He killed. He killed before I used the ultimate, which is okay. And now she dies as well. But the boss dropped on HP. This is all what we need to do. This is what you need to do with this kind of bosses. So when we go to the last stage, we have 2 bosses that you want to attack. We can go and attack them and immediately kill them. And you can clear the normal stage. So now we put our normal team. Panda, Yaga, Yuki, Gojo, and anybody in the back, because I use him because I'm leveling him up whenever I use him. So we're gonna give him something like defensive or offensive, something that heals, or yeah, this one heals, I think, or defensive buff. It's defensive for all the team, all the allies. Anything that gives all allies, you need to focus on them. Okay, so here we go. This is the best bit. Many people have problems with this, and it's that easy, that simple. Just you need to focus your damages and do not go straight up for one time with Gojo from the start, wasting your rounds. We don't want to use our rounds or waste our rounds with him. So what am I gonna do is use his ultimate, because we're gonna buff here. We're gonna buff, and his ultimate is a buffing. So if you're gonna check, his ultimate applies 64% 0.8 curse damage technique increase to all allies other than himself, for a total for 1 time for 3 turns. Okay, so for 3 turns we're buffing Gojo and everybody else. We're gonna use the buff as well, and we're gonna hit him. I'm using the first skill because I increased the levels on the first skill. So our ultimate will deal a lot of damage. So here we go. Everybody is super buffed right now, and here we go. This is good amount of damage, and one shot from, or maybe we can one shot it without Gojo here. If we did, I'm gonna retreat. No, we couldn't. So we need Gojo, and bam, 1 hit. Tackle the boss. Exactly. We still have 2 turns on Gojo, or 3 turns. I think 3 turns, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not using his buffs. Using his buffs will allow him not to attack. So you're gonna lose at least a turn buffing him. This is why I'm using different buffers on the lineup. 10% attack, of course we're gonna take it. And now the final stage, which is stage 5 in the area. We need to defeat those 3 characters. Hopefully we can get an ultimate from Gojo, and it will be absolutely fantastic. As you see, there is a hand on him. He's saying bye-bye. Probably it's the last one that we can use him on. Let's go and check our luck. Hopefully we can at least finish this one. I don't want to get out without finishing it. This is the boss that we need to kill. So we have the ultimate from Gojo. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use buffs, and I'm gonna use buffs, and I'm gonna use Gojo with the buff on the crit. So everybody will be wiped, and the boss will be at half HP. I think, if I'm not mistaken, half HP at least. So here we go. Okay. Bam. Did we kill them all and the boss got dropped on HP? No, we didn't kill them. This is hard. This is toxic, man. Okay, don't kill my team, all right? And I'm gonna taunt. I can buff right now. Yes, I'm gonna buff. We're gonna attack this boss. And I'm gonna attack the boss as much as possible, because if Gojo left and we have nobody, we'll absolutely get crushed. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay. So, yes. Okay. Buff everybody. And I need to break this boss. Okay, I think I can do even better. Let me retreat. Let me retreat. I'm gonna show you something even better. Double buff with Gojo, then use his ultimate. Double buff with Yaga, then let Gojo use his ultimate. This is what we're gonna do. Since we wanna one-shot the monsters and we want Gojo to kill them, okay? So this is the idea that I'm going. Hopefully we can tank with our... I'm gonna buff my Panda so he can tank, because look what will happen. So we need to use this talent with Panda, okay? So we're gonna buff for one time. Buff everybody. I can buff him defensively for Panda and then use this when we want to attack with Gojo. I can use... No, I'm not gonna use this. I'm gonna buff, and that's it. So one buff. Here, a defensive wall. Hopefully nobody dies. Let's spread the damage. Can you hit Gojo and stop hitting my characters? Okay, that's a fail. I hate them. I hate them when they do that. This is going longer than expected. I'm gonna keep retrying until I do it. Oh my god. I'm gonna cut every fail that I did and put it in the video so you check how much I had to the misery for this boss. Because they keep attack. Nobody wanna attack Gojo? Really? I mean, you don't think that Gojo is a cool character to attack? Who gonna we attack? Okay, save him. Here we go. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Do double attack on Panda and one attack on somebody else. I don't care. Stop attacking Yaga. Okay, good. Nice. They hit Gojo. So, we now taunt, buff, buff, buff. And third attack with Gojo is his ultimate. Double the buffs. Double the buffs. Come on. Hopefully we can wipe. Okay. And Panda is dead. No. Good. Good. We're gonna use the attack. We're gonna use the attack. We're gonna crit. Okay, hopefully we can one-shot the ads, alright, with Gojo. What happened? He's thinking, should I attack or not? Okay, break him. Please break him. Come on, Gojo. You can do that. Can we one-shot everybody? We did 4 buffs. Yes. Oh my god. Look what happened to the buffs. Cooperative attack. Yes, this works. A little bit of dedication and everything happens. Great. Don't leave Gojo. Ah, he left. Okay, I knew that he would leave. Anyway, we can do an attack. No need to buff right now. We can buff like this. And we can stun. Is this the stun? This is the stun, right? Apply stun. Yes, I'm not gonna use it right now. I'm gonna... This one buffs somebody. Applies 25 damage taken, decrease to all allies for 2 turns and fill their ultimate gauge and give them defensive shields and defensive buffing. We're gonna do that. Come on. This is why every iteration of this game is insane. And here we go. Ultimate. Attack. Ultimate. Stun. And he's broken, so it doesn't matter. And here we go. We used Gojo to his maximum potential, and as I showed you, the ultimate, buffing it twice, the stacks of the buffs works. Bam, we finished the boss. And this is stage 5. 5 out of 5, we completely did it. We didn't use Gojo at the start of the game. We used Gojo in against another boss. We used a different lineup. We sacrificed this lineup, then we used Gojo in the end, and this is what is the result. This is what you can do also on story mode. If you're having bad teams to fight, you can use the same way. Playing Gojo with stacking buffs and retrying until you clear it. And here we go. We cleared it. Perfect. I did it on another account and now I did it on this account. This is cleared. Now we have hard and very hard. We need to finish chapter 7. I am at chapter 7. I'm slacking a little bit because I'm being lazy. I'm sorry for being lazy. I have 2 other games that I'm covering, so I'll be finishing the story. Here we go with episode chapter 7. I'm gonna clear it today. 100% I'm gonna clear it today. There's no issue. And for who is asking me how am I level 16, you can go and farm here and keep buying with stamina. Of course, you're gonna see my diamonds. I almost don't have diamonds because I'm always buying stamina because I want to level my account at the start first. And these are my characters. Let me show you my characters. 70 on Gojo. Of course, his skills. I invested in his first skill because when I play auto, they will lose his first skill mostly. I increased his buffs, increased his ultimate. This is what I'm focusing on. In the future, I will continue and focus on his second skill. Right now, I don't need it right now. So, grades. Of course, I'm gonna unlock everything for Gojo. Gojo is the most important one to unlock everything for him. Whenever you can, you need to unlock it. And then you can level him up more and more. But I will not be doing that now. And if we've got copies of him, of course, awakening him will give him stronger stats. Yaga the same. I'm upgrading Yaga, so unlock all if I can upgrade Yaga here. Perfect. Yaga has been upgraded. Yaga, I will continue forever. He's just like an SSR, better than many SSRs. You're gonna keep using him until the end, and I'm upgrading only this skill. Of course, I might increase his ultimate in the future, but the most important thing for me, and his, of course, damage dealing, because he helped me with damage, but I want to increase the buffing for him, and that's all I care about. For Kaito Yuki, I'm not upgrading anything for his skills. Nothing. I'm leaving it because he's not the best supporter, yet he's one of the best early game to mid game. Even late game you can play him, but I will be playing something else. Whenever I get a better SRs or better SRs as buffers, you're gonna play him. So upgrade his grade, yes. I would highly recommend keeping him at 50 at the start to finish the levels of Gojo. Then after you level Gojo, to max him out as much as possible, put some levels on him. Panda, do not do anything. I went to 50. I will never continue upgrading him anymore. I will drop him soon. He's a fodder. He's not usable. He's an honorable character on my lineup, and that's it. So of course here Yaga got to level 9. Claiming this will give him more levels and give him more stats. So of course always go and do it. Perfect. Our team is set, and now we can go and continue destroying chapters. As you see, this is my best support. This is why he's on my screen. Don't let anybody tell you that SRs and Rs doesn't matter in this game. They are the ones that matter. And I wish you all the luck, and I'll see you in the next one.